Well, here I am in my studio again. I got a couple text messages from friends today, and fuck is this? And I got a text from basically a lot of the indigent Mexicans, people that are economically disadvantaged down in Chicago, and they think there ought to be a tax on places where stock trades are done, Chicago Board of Trade, and it would help perhaps fill some of the gap in where there are funds lacking. Well, there's a couple problems with that. First of all, Illinois is a broke state. Their last two governors are in federal penitentiaries. Fucking crooks. Daley was a crook, and Rod Emanuel's a crook. The Chicago Board of Trade is indirectly tied to this organized crime, and basically I can understand where these people are coming from. If you've ever been to Chicago, it's expensive to live there, and I think there should be a tax on the rich people making these trades. These underprivileged people are constantly getting their dollars stretched. I know I mentioned Mexicans a lot, and I think they have brought up a valid point, and I think they should protest, and I'm totally 100% behind these people. The Chicago Board of Trade and all the people involved with it do nothing but manipulate another paper game to make the little guy suffer, and the little guy is tired of it. And another thing, I got a text message was from a place up in the west side of Michigan, Traverse City. This is a nice area if you're a fucking millionaire. Traverse City tries to sell itself, if you watch any of the travel channels, as a very progressive town that's, well, I guess arguably promotes being liberal, which is okay, and that they're for the underdog and diversity and equal rights and that kind of thing. But I'm here to tell you, I've been there twice on vacation, and it's a fucking lie. If you go to downtown Traverse City, it's obvious that everybody there has money. Most all the people that are shopping there have money. And it has a very large homeless population. You know where these people are? You never see them, do you? That's because the city tries to keep them out of downtown. They want to make sure when there's a big event that these people have been trucked and bussed off and basically told to get lost, while at the same time promoting themselves as diversity and equal opportunity. I think the city of Traverse City needs them shoved up their ass. It's not fair for these people. They need to give these people some subsidized housing right downtown where all the rich people live, and then give them an opportunity to live a lifestyle they otherwise couldn't afford. These people weren't born with a silver spoon. They don't come from downtown Chicago. They don't fly in their private jet. They shouldn't be discriminated against where they like to live by virtue of their annual income. Fuck Traverse City. Either boycott the place or write your representatives there and get them to take a stance on the underdog that likes to enjoy the same things the middle class and the upper middle class do. And another thing I wanted to bring up, and I touched about this briefly before, was, a lot of this racism stuff and all this bullshit. Now look, everybody knows that rape is bad. There are no exceptions for it. Whether it's drinking, or you knew the person, or they dress provocatively, or any of that shit. But on this Bill Cosby thing, I never thought the guy was that funny, but that's got nothing to do with it. It's got nothing to do with him being black. But I got a problem with some of these old hose bags coming out of the fucking woodwork trying to claim that he raped him, 105 fucking years ago. I think they realized that whatever he told them probably wasn't true. Hey, good-looking girls, welcome to getting fucked. That's the name of the game. Seems like the guy liked pussy. Who doesn't in that entertainment business? You ever read about Bob Hope? How about John F. Kennedy? Bill Clinton? But they're trying to hang this goddamn Bill Cosby by his fucking balls. I think there may be some merit to it, but after all, people, this guy's entitled to a fair trial, and he hasn't got one. These are just a bunch of old broads with their underwear hanging down around their ankles 105 years ago that don't have any money to live on now, and they're going to try and hang it on him and discredit him. And Temple University, fuck you too. First of all, an honorary PhD isn't worth shit. You can stuff those up your ass. That's just something to give a guy after he's dropped off his oil paintings for you to show at museum. I hope Bill Cosby tells you to get screwed. He doesn't need you anyway. But Bill Cosby is entitled to a fair trial. And one last thing on tonight's kick-ass news break. The word nigger. Now look, everybody knows that that's a very sensitive word now. You say nigger to a black guy you work with and it's fucking game over. But yet the black guy can call you a white honky motherfucker and he still stands a chance of coming to work the next week. Why? It's fucking bullshit. Now, you can't, there's a rule of etiquette in workplaces, I understand that. But let me tell you, this isn't the end of the world. If it's just so politically sensitive now that a guy is basically crucified for being truthful and mad in the heat of the moment. If I'm driving down the highway, I could say dumb Polak, dung wop, gook, beaner, nigger. It's the same fucking shit. And it's in the heat of the moment, and it's not that you really dislike these people. It's just a slang term, and when you're pissed off, you say shit you don't mean. You say stuff to piss people off. And I guarantee if I ever throw down with a black guy, I'll probably call him a fucking nigger. And he'll probably call me a fucking honky. That's the way it is. It doesn't mean that I don't like black people. Stupid motherfuckers. Listen to black rap, for Christ's sakes. I mean, these guys understand what's going on. It's just, in this day and age, it's just way oversensitized. I mean, you shouldn't do it. People aren't going into a church and saying, hey, God, what a beautiful Sunday morning. It's great to see all these niggers. I mean, you'd be fucking crazy. But in the heat of the moment, people say things that irritate people, and that's what you need to understand. Because black guys say honky and white guys say nigger doesn't mean that they're racist. It means that they're saying something vulgar, inappropriate in the heat of the moment. Get the fuck over it. So that's tonight's news for you, and I will be bringing you better news down the road. Good night.